What's going on? I got a new toy. I got a Tiny Whoop. It's like the most hilarious name for a product ever. Those of you that don't know what this is a itty bitty tiny little FPV quad. It's about this big, and there's a camera on it, and it'll transmit to a headset, and you can fly the thing around. It's that big. I mean, what a day to be alive, right? I wanted one for literally like a year or two. I mean, it's been a long time, but it's been out of stock. I wanted the, they call it RTF, ready to fly, the kit thing that they have, not just the drone, because if you just buy the drone, you have to buy the headset, the controller, and everything separately, which is fine if you have all that stuff already, but I do not. So I wanted the kit. I wanted the whole thing. I put my email in on their website, like a notify me when in stock kind of thing, and last week it popped up as, hey, in stock, finally. So I bought one right away. Tiny Whoop Nano RTF. Let's see what's in this box, shall we? All right. So you have the controller, you have the headset, and the little tiny drone. Let's check out the drone, shall we? It even says Tiny Whoop Nano. When I say this thing is tiny, I mean it is really, really, really tiny. And it has a little itty bitty tiny little antenna, which I don't know if you can even see, really. It's a little itty bitty thing. And a little camera. It's so freaking cool, man. Can't believe this stuff even exists. But also in the box is charging cable. Nothing too amazing there, it's just charging cable. This would be a battery. Yep, little itty bitty tiny battery. Like, look at this thing. This is 3.8 volt, 1.14 watt hour. Definitely not, what is on this? TBS graphene. Lots of it, seriously. 300 milliamp hour it says on it. And there's a little black sheep on it. So I'm gonna have to go plug this in because I want to make sure it's fully charged. Got some spare little props which may come in handy. Let's put this like this, and then I'm gonna leave that out. I'll put this back in here. That can go in there, that can go in there. I'm one of those weirdos that saves like everything. Whenever I buy anything, I always save the box, the packaging, everything, because I'm constantly buying and selling stuff. So stuff is easier to sell when it has the original packaging usually. I actually sold my Headrush FRFR, my full range flat response speakers, what FRFR means. Sold that yesterday, and I had the original box for it, and it sold the same day I posted it for sale. So save your boxes and stuff. Okay, so we have drone. That's strap or something. We're gonna do the little headset thing. Oh, let's see. It's really lightweight. Oh yeah. On the side, you have some buttons. I don't know exactly what those do or what those are for yet. Cool. Plastic on the top. This is where the antenna plugs in, that little nub thing right there, so that's cool. We'll put that in there. And then this can go in there. Next up is the controller. What is in the plastic? Come on. Nothing. More plastic. Awesome. Okay. I think that's in there just so it doesn't flop around and stuff in shipping, but had to make sure. There's a bunch of buttons on this. Recover, VTXCH, mode, and ARM. I don't really know what most of those mean. recovers, pretty self-explanatory. VTX channel, I guess. Mode and armor, somewhat self-explanatory, I suppose, but... Oop. So, battery's charged. I wonder, is this... Oh, yeah. Comes with a rechargeable battery, so that's cool. Little USB-C port on the bottom, you just plug it in to charge it. And there's some dip switches on the bottom, so I guess you could use this with different aircraft and stuff if you want. I don't really know how this works compatibility-wise, but now that I have a controller, maybe I can get another drone. That'd be kind of cool. I have purposely not gone down this rabbit hole because I know it'll be exactly that, a freaking rabbit hole, where I end up buying all kinds of drones and stuff. So I put it off for as long as I could, and well, yeah, here we are. I can only resist so long, okay. Put the strappy thing on that. Put that in there. Let's see, do I need anything else? No. That one's gonna go on the top. Like that. Pretty self-explanatory, right? And then I'm gonna do these other two. Oh yeah. I wonder, what kind of batteries does this thing take? Has another USB-C port, or a USB micro port rather. Did I say there's USB-C on this? Because it's micro as well. If I did say that, I was wrong. Just saying it out of habit. Yep, USB micro ports, the old school standard. Kind of wish that was a Type-C port, but whatever. What I wonder though, where is the antenna for it? Piece of paper, RTFD. Ah, there it is. I couldn't see the other bag of stuff. This has actually all kinds of stuff in it. Even has the the wipes from my last video. Okay, I don't really know. It's like a RCA on one side, and then they have TRRS on the other. TRRS. I don't know. They give you a charging cable, so that's cool. Antenna. Yeah, pretty basic antenna. It's the same thing you'll get with like a wireless router usually. A little squishy pad thing. And a sticker, it says whoop on. That's everything out of the box. I want to turn this on though and see. Hello. That's kind of cool. It's just like all staticky. That's kind of awesome. So that works. I wonder if there's a way to change or to see how much juice is left, because well, I guess I can just plug everything in. I gotta make sure everything's all charged up and ready to roll anyway. Turn off, thank you. Awesome. That can go in there, that can go in there, go back in there. I gotta read these, and I'm gonna charge everything up, and I shall return, and we shall do some flying. So I let it charge a little bit. I wanted to let it charge more, but I got impatient. Plugged everything in, got everything all hooked up and stuff, and it was actually super, super easy to do. I thought I'd have to configure stuff or at least tell it what channel it's on or, you know, whatever. Nope. Turn it on and boom, away we go. So I was going to use the included TRRS to frickin' RCA cable to show you guys. I was gonna record it on my laptop and show you guys what this is seeing. About that though. Went out and got my janky ass USB freaking thing and the cable and all that and plugged it in, and I'm like, why isn't it doing anything? It's just straight black nothing. I'm like, what is going on? That is an input, not an output. What the hell do they expect us to play on this thing? Are you gonna plug your DVD player into this and watch a movie on this? I don't think so. That would have been a lot more useful as an output, not an input. Don't know what they were thinking there, but you know, whatever. Now I have to try to find a good way of showing you guys the screen, because that might be tough. As far as the drone goes, you slide the battery through and plug it in and it turns on. That's it. The controller, you flip the little switch on the bottom, the lights come on and stuff, and that's it. Again, I was expecting a lot more setup or something with this, but it's really just like put the battery in and turn it on and it works. Pretty cool. To take off, all you have to do is hit arm. And away it goes. I have to get the thing trimmed. Trim is when what I mean by trimmed is so it'll stay at least somewhat stable without touching it. Right now it's kind of trying to, it doesn't fly so good. I have to try to figure out how to trim it on this and I have no clue how to do that. I assume it's these wonky little things here, but I don't know. There is no instruction manual for this. Not that I know of anyway. There was that other piece of paper it came with. Maybe it says something in there about trim. Because right now the thing, I wanted to fly it around a little bit and make sure that the, I could fly it at least somewhat so I could show you guys, but yeah, no worky too good. This doesn't say anything at all. Yeah, this is just like a little cheat sheet for the freaking headset thingamajig. This thing's got some pretty good Chinesium in here too. Where did it go? Yeah, this is what it was. The video signals of external devices, such as DVD, MP4, can be input to the end of the glasses via the AV-in connector to display their images. Not the worst English I've ever heard, but yeah. So there are no instructions or anything about how to actually do this. I guess you just kind of got to figure it out. And I got to say, the build quality on this controller leaves a bit to be desired. The buttons are bad. The control sticks feel okay, but yeah, the buttons, no bueno. All right, so I've been flying this around a little bit and I have thoughts on the bird, the actual drone itself, the controller, and the HMD, the head-mounted display. The bird itself is kind of amazing. Like the fact that there's a camera on this tiny little bastard, it's freaking amazing. It's very, very, very lightweight. So even if you have a ceiling fan on, like I do, it's probably gonna get blown around a little bit. Be careful. There basically has to be no wind, no air movement at all, which is to be expected. But it does make it kind of finicky if, even if somebody walks by, the air draft can kind of make it go a little bit kind of cattywampus. But as far as it getting stuck on my shorts, as far as actually flying it goes, it flies pretty well. It's pretty easy to control-ish. It's touchy, but man, it's powerful. Like the damn thing, it'll go. It's fast. It's very, very maneuverable and all that kind of stuff that you want in one of these. You want one that's, you know, fun to fly. This thing, if you got good at it, I bet you could frickin' do some pretty epic shit. There is an Acrobat mode on the controller. You can turn it on where usually on drones, especially small ones like this that you buy at stores or whatever, it'll just, if you push or pull the stick all the way forward or backward, for instance, it'll just go, it'll tilt to a certain angle and it won't like flip over. That's what this one does as well. It's got 3 modes on the controller. The first one is, I don't remember, I don't have the paper. The second one is like a little bit more advanced or whatever. And then the third one is Acrobat mode, where you can do flips and rolls and whatever the hell you want to do. The problem I see with that, with one this small, is that you better have a lot of space. How do you get a lot of space when you can't take it outside. It gets, yeah, I leave it in mode 1. It's still a lot of fun to fly around. And then when you put in the FPV stuff, that shit looks really easy. It's not. It's really hard. And it's really disorienting at first. Like some people get motion sickness with VR, for instance, because your eyes are seeing something, you know, moving or turning or whatever, but you're not feeling it, and it throws people off sometimes. Well, I could see that happening with this as well, because it is a little bit kind of, ugh. So overall, the bird is awesome. Like the fact that you have this much technology and this much power and maneuverability and stuff in something that small is incredible. It's incredible. Ton of fun to fly around and stuff. Now, the controller. It works. It'll get the job done. I mean, is it good? No. The buttons are super squishy and just feel kind of shitty. I figured out how to trim it. It's these little sticks right here. I tried that when I was filming it previously, and it didn't seem like it was doing anything. You got to push it like 1,000 times to get it to register or whatever. And the sound even changes because it beeps. Well, it gets like higher pitched and lower pitched. It's kind of strange, but it works. And for starting out, this is perfectly fine. What really matters are the sticks, and they work. They're fine. It's good enough. Now, onto the head-mounted display. This thing is essentially unusable, for me at least. The problem I have with it is it's almost like there's supposed to be more pads or something here. I didn't see any anywhere, and I could probably fabric cobble something up and make it off my face a bit more, but it's so close to my eyes, I'm like going cross-eyed and stuff, and I can't. I can for a couple minutes, and then it's like, you know, my head starts to hurt. So I do think I will be looking into getting an upgraded head-mounted display, because it's a lot of fun being able to fly around and see where you're going and stuff. Really, really cool. And the fact that this is so maneuverable and fast and stuff, man, it'd be awesome once I got the hang of it and everything. Oh, it'd be so much fun. But I can't do it with this. Luckily though, you can get all different kinds of head-mounted displays, controllers. From what I understand, this works with just normal, it'll work with other stuff. It doesn't have to be this stuff. This is, I don't know what frequencies and stuff it works on. I'll try to annotate something over here for you guys. But you shouldn't have any problem buying a new upgraded controller, buying a better head-mounted display, pairing it with this, and having a blast. It really shouldn't be any big issue. I've already kind of started looking into replacing that, because this I can deal with, that I can't. Fat Shark head-mounted display. I was poking around online and saw a couple that were 120, 130 bucks, which, considering all of this was like 150, it's doable. But that also explains why that thing's so cheap. And it's crazy too, because the image in this is actually pretty good. Filming it for you guys, trying to get it recorded is tough. I did as best I could so you can at least kind of see, or try to see at least. But the image itself is pretty good. It's the overall design of the thing. It needs to be like this much bigger, you know, like stick out a bit more, or have the screen pushed back in the thing or something. I don't know. It's too damn close to my face, and I don't think there's a way to adjust it. It's just kind of, it is what it is. Another annoying thing about this is that this is an input, not an output. Why the hell would I want to plug, what the hell are you going to plug into this? Nothing. Having an output would be nice, but, you know, whatever. So probably not going to be using that one very much longer anyway, so it really doesn't matter. I have a hard time recommending this as a package though, for that alone. It's affordable, but at the expense of being kind of unusable. You know, you can't do FPV if you can't put the screen on your face. The controller's fine. The bird's awesome. You can buy the bird just by itself and then pair whatever the hell you want to it. I just got the whole kit thing because I didn't have a controller or HMD already. If you do, yeah, pick one of these up. It's a ton of fun. They're not even super expensive. The biggest issue I have with it all is the display. I can't use it. I might actually shoot them an email and be like, hey, yeah, can I like get a partial refund or something and return this or something, because I literally can't use it. Your mileage may vary. Maybe it won't bother you too much. I don't know, but I can't I can't do it. So I'm going to split the conclusion up into 3 parts because it varies widely. That thing, no, just don't buy it. You can get the bird and the controller. If you don't have a controller already, sure, why not? This is not great, but it works just fine. If you already have both of those, or if you want to get your own and you just want to get the bird, hell yeah. The bird's awesome. Like, this thing, absolutely incredible. And there's a USB port on the bottom. I really wonder what it does. Might have to plug it in and see what the hell it's for. Very, very cool. And the fact that you can get, I mean, again, just as a engineering thing, as a look what we can build example, that's incredible. So yeah, bit of a mixed bag, but you know, it is what it is. All in all, it's a lot of fun. I'll still fly the damn thing around with this, because the bird that I used to fly around, I had a little small, I can't remember who the hell made it. This is the little bird that I used to fly around. It's made by Propel. I don't know, probably the same exact bird is marketed under like 6 different names, but this one's a Propel. But you can see the size difference. And it's a lot heavier too. But this thing's a lot of fun. I actually got this at, I found it at Costco. I don't even know why it was there. It was the only one they had, and I've never seen one there since, but it was on sale for 30 bucks or so. I got it super, super cheap, and I was amazed by this little bastard. It is fast. It's a ton of fun. You could actually fly this outside if there's no wind. I wouldn't recommend it, because even if a little breeze kicks up, it's gonna blow it off into who knows where, but it is powerful enough that you can probably do it if you really wanted to. And I mean, even the controller is better than that one. Like, way better. All the buttons have a nice click to them. The sticks are about the same as that, but all the buttons and everything, even just the overall feel of it is better than this. A lot better than this. A lot. And it was a hell of a lot cheaper too. So maybe I'll do a comparison, this versus that. Maybe I'll make a video about that, because this thing is the shit. I don't know where the charger is for it though. I'll have to find it. But yeah, that was the little drone that I had before. And it's by far the best one that I ever had before this one, like performance-wise and stuff. It is awesome. I got another Propel drone, and it did not perform as well at all. Not even close. It was bigger, and it had a camera on it for FPV and stuff, and it didn't fly very good. That one's awesome though. So maybe I'll make a comparison video between the two, because this thing, I don't know. This might beat it. I think it would. It seems to be really, really powerful, even though it's so light. You get that power to weight ratio thing going on, and because that one's pretty powerful, but it weighs a lot more than this, like noticeably more. Anyway, what do you guys think about it? Do you have you got a Whoop? You got a tiny Whoop? You got a Nano? Let me know, questions, comments, whatever, down below. Later. And they included Swedish fish in the box and a sticker. It's kind of funny. I almost threw it away. I'm glad I noticed it was in the box.